in the beginning it was a little bit rocky. I feel like we've finally found our rhythm with that, you know.
幾困身啊，所以其實之前你問我有冇後悔開間鋪，其實我有時都會諗係咯，做咩搞咁大單嘢？
一年前我哋就跟進咗呢個港英戀愛告白啦，咁啊佢哋就以呢個潮水形容佢哋嘅愛情嘅。
Guy Guilo, Lay Lomo。
咁一年之後啦，究竟佢哋係咪繼續咁相愛呢？有一個好好嘅進展就係佢哋開咗間新嘅鋪頭啊！又真係要試下佢哋嘅咖啡。
I've been in the city for all my life, and I understand how much a bad coffee can ruin your day and how much good coffee can elevate it. I really just want to be part of a community, really. I want to serve everyday people. I want to bring specialty coffee to the masses in a way. Take it away from this sort of luxury item to more of like a thing that everyone can enjoy as part of their everyday. It's really difficult out there at the moment with, you know, the economy and the markets being what they are. I just want to be part of someone's good morning. You know, help them get out of bed and, you know, get ready to start the day properly.
呢個係咪一個好好聽嘅説法咧？
我咪好想做嗰個咧，平時有3個人跟住喺嗰個。
佢呢個説法係咪好嘅説法咧？
即係好好。
即係佢話係一個即係為呢個英國經濟，為每一個返工嘅人朝早都有一個好嘅革命嘅諗法。
即係好好嘅諗法，即係我嘅諗法係咩都試下咁樣咯。
你而家鋪頭2個月，
係
可唔可以講下呢個過程係點樣咧？
Started off slow. We replaced an old coffee shop that was here already, and we thought, you know, if he was serving coffee and we're serving coffee, we'll just take all his customers. But people like routine, and we disturb their routine, which is understandable. So we've had to sort of build our own customer base.
Is it on the right track?
Yeah, I'd say so. Slower than we thought it'd get there, but we're still making progress, which is the important thing. And there's still, you know, a lot more we can do. Where we're sitting at the moment, we are in between Finsbury and Islington. So we are pitching our specialty coffee to the Islington crowd, and we are changing the price to be quite cheap for the Finsbury Park crowd. We have a strong customer base in the local drama schools, and there's also a WeWork centre and a yoga studio. All of these are kind of health-minded places. So our juices sell quite well with these, you know, clients as well.
So what have you done to, you know, to build your own customer base? Is there any new tactics?
We have warranty card.
Yes. I think it's sort of our own sort of, you know, unique offerings, I suppose. We sell Hong Kong milk tea, we sell wife cakes, pineapple buns, things that you can't really get elsewhere. And people really, really enjoy novelty. People like new experiences to break up their week. And I feel like we provide that. A lot of people came in starting just wanting a latte, but now I've moved them on to Hong Kong milk tea, which is pretty cool. A lot of people tend to work from home now. So the coffee market, I feel, is moving away from grabbing commuters and more moving towards lunchtime sort of thing. Thankfully, where we are based in a food court, our drinks complement everyone quite well. We're not at odds with anyone.
介紹下個 food court 咧。
係呢度係一個 food court 啦，咁有印度嘢食啦，跟住有泰國嘢啦，泰國嘢喺度做咗9年。
完全體現到美食文化共融啊！倫敦都唔係好美食沙漠啫。
係啊，馬來西亞富哥好犀利啊！係啊，好犀利啊！
點心菜飯同埋嗰個腸粉，
係嗰啲腸粉都好勁啊！
We're moving away from like, you know, sort of serving a morning customers and more serving like, you know, a lunchtime crowd. It's been a spotty transition, but I feel like we're getting there quite well.
The current Labour government said that they wanted to revive the high street or high street economy.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
And the only way you can sort of do that is by providing more leisure time. So moving to a 4-day work week and sort of loosening the belts on mortgage owners and things like that, giving people both, more free time and more money to spend it with is definitely a good sort of angle. But there needs to be more direct local investment, I feel, maybe a slashing of business rates, and giving people maybe a bit more liquidity in general. If you tax the individual quite highly, they're going to have less money to spend on, leisure. But I'm just enjoying the process, to be honest with you. There are ups and there are downs, but we're learning from our failures and we're celebrating our victories. So every day is just fun.
賺錢未啊？
我本身有個 forecast 嘅，不過而家都唔知 forecast 咗啲咩啦。其實都要起碼1年2年先可以 break even 嘅。其實我諗係啦，本身都係咁，而家可能要再慢少少咁樣。之前計嗰條數，可能好多嘢好細微嘅嘢要即係要整啊，啲都要錢啊咁樣咯。所以係啦。
I've been in hospitality on and off for about 10 years, and now this is just kind of me sort of owning my own means of production, I suppose, to be honest with you. I've done all this before just for other people, but now I'm doing it for myself, which is stressful. There are less people for me to rely on, but that's also a good thing, which means that everything's under my control. Everything can be how I want it. So yeah, it's both good and bad, but mainly good so far.
When do you get up in the morning?
I would love to say 4 in the morning, but to be honest with you, it's not that early. Maybe about 6 o'clock. Aim to be at the house by 6:30. Get here for 7, and then sort of slowly open up from there. At first it was very difficult, but now I've kind of acclimated. My body wakes itself up. I don't need an alarm anymore, which is pretty sad on a Saturday. But yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, thankfully, because I've got less leisure time, I'm spending less money on frivolous things, and we make enough to support our living, and soon we'll make enough to expand and grow our business to make even more. So it's a slow climb, but we're getting there. We're getting there slowly.
嗰個關係咁多都掙扎。
有啊 ，you always argue, right?
Always, yeah.
Yeah, no, you say very good. We are very sweet. And I say, okay.
Well, I think the one thing we can agree on is that we argue all the time. I think that keeps us together.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Okay.
Well, I think we have like 2 different visions, I suppose. And like with all things, we've just sort of learned to compromise a bit better, which I think's kind of made our outside relationship a lot better as well. All of our, argument energy we bring to the business rather than keeping it at home. So I think it's made us a bit more comfortable in ourselves.
你會唔會鼓勵其他人同另一半夾份搞生意呢？
I wouldn't recommend it to to be completely honest with you.
Are you sure?
But I think it's made us a stronger couple overall. I feel like with any sort of momentous decision, like if you used to buy a house or have a child or even just have a pet dog, there's something else outside of ourselves that we both have to take care of. And I think we have different, ideas of how to do that. It's just learning how to compromise a bit better. And whilst in the beginning it was a little bit rocky, I feel like we've finally found our rhythm with that.
嘉雲咧 ，OK。係啊，我係老細嚟噶嘛。
I've learned to let go of the reins a little bit and sort of, trust her to do what's best for us, which
你有冇咧？有冇啲咩得着咧？
我唔 compromise 嘅，I won't compromise.
We're still very different people. We disagree on quite a few things, but agree on the important things. We have very different mentalities when it comes to growth and failure, I suppose.
佢都有話過我成日好似老細咁樣，我都幾同埋有啲嘢係即係我覺得要咁做就要咁做嘅，我都港女嚟㗎嘛我哋。
I think it's where both of our strengths shine. Carol's very good at numbers, measurements, analytics. For me, I'm more interested in people. I'm more interested in one-to-one interaction, in creativity, I suppose. They give me a budget to play with, and I can take that and, you know, make a new drink or a new cake or something. They help guide me and sort of help me sand off my more rougher edges, make me a better business person. And I hope in turn I'm making Carol a bit more friendly to strangers. But yeah, we'll see, we will see. I couldn't have asked for a better business partner, to be honest with you. She's perfect for me in that regard.
分工啊，而家主要就阿Maude看鋪啦，咁佢唔得閒嘅時間就我看鋪咯，大概咁咯。
成個 business 都淨只係看鋪或者喺鋪頭㗎。
係啊，跟住仲要買貨啊、入貨啲，咁我就睇下有咩要買要入，咁就夜晚咪撳下電腦咁樣入貨咯，係。
係咪都會即係開鋪嘅時候都會有好多 admin work 要？
係啊係啊。
咁呢啲通常係
都係我做啦。好在我做慣咗呢啲嘢，係入貨有時係啦。我平時好少做入貨呢啲嘢，未做過，所以就覺得入完又要入，又要睇下邊度平啲咁樣。不過而家 OK， 即係初頭係直情未揾到一啲供應商啊，唔知喺邊度入貨好。咁而家大概有用開覺得 OK 嘅供應商啊，咁就冇咁麻煩都冇咁辛苦咯。佢哋係咯，放工就要放工啊！咁我哋係好慣咗24小時都返工咁樣，即係有人揾我哋做嘢，咁我即刻做嘢。佢哋就係咯，佢哋覺得玩嘅時間係緊要啲啊。
休息嘅時間。
係啦，有時我喺屋企度去講下公事，佢都好嬲㗎，就會
真係會好嬲。
都會啊，都會發脾氣，即係覺得我打緊機啊，唔好再問我啦。
Well, I think it's healthier to be able to switch off. Even if it's just for an hour, if we don't discuss business, I think there should be no business in the bedroom, for example. As soon as we're underneath the duvet, no more talking about, you know, suppliers or like plans for the next day. We're finding a way to balance our professional and personal lives. And that's been a little bit difficult, but I feel like we're starting to get much better at it. I can understand where they're coming from. We are running a business. It's, you know, something that I'm always thinking about 24/7, but it's not something I'm always up for discussing. Sometimes I just want to watch TV or cook her dinner. Sometimes I want us to be a couple again rather than business partners. My issue is that I switch off too easily. I think that as soon as I'm sitting on the sofa, I fall asleep. So that's my problem. I need to be able to be a bit more business-like. I need to be able to take me wherever I go, you know. Stand up a little bit taller, I suppose. Carol refuses to switch off, which again, it's a very good thing. It's very helpful.
幾困身啊！所以其實之前你問我有冇後悔開間鋪，其實我有時都會諗係咯，做咩搞咁大單嘢？冇得走啊，走唔到咁樣，即係可能想放幾個禮拜假咁又唔得咯。
但係都會有另一邊嘅得着嘅，有冇呢啲？
得着啊？乜都試下咁樣咯，嚟到學下，同埋我覺得喺英國係好似喺香港做咗幾十年嘅嘢，突然間喺呢度好極速咁樣要成長咯。香港就好慣好，即係因為你由細到大知道點做㗎啦嘛啲嘢，呢度係完全唔知，就由零開始咁樣，咁啊學到好多嘢嘅都。
I am the tide and you are the cliff face, and we come together to make a nice soft beachhead. I feel like you help shape me into be the person I wish to be, And by becoming that, I feel like I'm helping you shape the person you wish to be.
I think what I was saying was how one of us is the tide and one of us is the cliff face, and water erodes and makes things smoother and more gentle, and that certainly has happened to us. Domesticity is not as exciting as constant dates, but it's a lot more secure, a lot softer and a lot safer. Some would call it boring, but it's more measured, it's more controlled. I am blessed to be able to wake up and see them every day, and I am even more grateful that I get to see them every evening. I'm only here once, and I wish to create a life for me and Carol in which we can spend as much time together where it's just us, removed from business. We're working hard together now, so in the future we don't have to work as hard.
呢個目標都唔知係幾耐，不過佢同埋佢個 vision 係比較遠大啲嘅。我係睇呢幾日點樣做啊咁啊，即係而家要做咩就做咩，佢係諗到飛黃騰達咁樣咯，成日都佢嘅 vision 就係要係啦，日頭 coffee shop， 夜晚就飲酒啦。我日頭 coffee shop， 夜晚 disco 啦。係話 disco 係老人街嘅 disco。好靚！哇！我俾你多謝多謝，犀利啦！識講廣東話。Thank you。我是帶來我孫女星期六生日。
我哋揾到錢老闆。
Hello， 我之前都係做咖啡，咁啊，我老婆做整啲餅啊、啲蛋糕啊嗰啲成咯，咁佢菲律賓人，咁所以就做菲律賓嘅 pastry 咯。
有冇啲咩 advice 俾佢哋啊？佢哋第一次做生意喺度。
做啲特別嘢咯，所以佢哋呢個方向係OK，係因為啲人係中意啲特別嘢。如果你唔係去嗰間咖啡一樣。當然咖啡要好啦，咁但係就有啲特別嘅 pastry 咧係好重要。